forward to this and seeing how this one's going to play out. Now, let's get my controller set correctly, and we're good to go. I know why I can hear the echo, Mrs. Toot, and I'm going to fix it for myself. I just do this. Where is it? There it is. Take that off, and that's better. Okay. No echo for TXB. All right, so Jackal is going to be the first ban here. No big surprise. He is one of the most common bans. That's been banned by Swing or Be Swung. Although I don't have an echo now, I do have an uncomfortable delay in my voice. So, Thatcher. No big surprise. Top 2 banned. Top 2 banned operators here on attack in the league this season. So this is not a surprise whatsoever. Now I'm trying to... Alright, Mira's going to get banned next. I wrote Thatcher in the wrong place. Let's change that. Thatcher and Mira. And let's see who the next ban is going to be. And it's going to be Goyo, which is... that is quite a surprise. Not often you see Goyo get banned, but he is very good here on Chalet. Now I'm just going to switch my screen for a second so I can adjust my audio because it is being annoying. Let's see how I can change this. Sorry, stream, sorry. It's because I was doing some messing around with audio. Right. Is that fixed? Is that fixed? No, it's not. Monitor off. There we go. That's it. Fixed. Okay. Bar and Gaming is going to be the first site to get played between these two teams here, Legacy and Swing or Be Swung. Let's see how they are going to fare in tonight's game. This is a best of 3. We are here for Chalet, Coastline, and Oregon. Chalet being map number 1. And let's get started as we head to Bar and Gaming. Now, it's not often people come to the first floor for their first round, but that is what's being brought out here by Swing or Be Swung. Now, I feel like game audio is a little low. We've had this before where game audio sometimes is fine, sometimes it's not. Let's turn it up a bit. There we go. Game audio is up. Right, that might be too loud. I think that's too loud. Okay. Fixed. So we'll go here. All right, let's take a look at the setup. We are getting a top floor setup here. Office is going to be fully reinforced up here so that no one can come through to the hallway or mezzanine from office without spending quite a bit of utility. We've got the standard shield being set up here at the top of library stairs. Very common. ADS is protecting that from all kinds of chuckables, along with a magnet as well. I've said this before, I'm not a fan of the magnet being there next to the ADS. If the magnet picks up a grenade first, it's going to destroy all of that utility. I would prefer to see the magnets placed up above this doorway. That will protect the player here on the staircase, but also protect all this other utility that you've got sat here. So I'm not keen on that placement. Signal jammer protecting the walls. Mirror is banned, so we're not going to see a mirror window placed there, which would be common. And we are going to see a player here on mezzanine. That's Keelan playing on Wamai. This is a proper Pro League setup that we are seeing here. So good to see these Xbox teams bringing these plays out into these Xbox leagues. Now we have the drones going out on the attack as they try to pick up all of the intel on what the defenders are doing. We've got 3 players pretty much upstairs with 2 players downstairs on or just off of sight slightly. That's going to be Pixlo with a cheeky little thrust mat there, and also Force Rocker just holding here in the bar. Hopefully not drinking all of the stock. He needs to keep his wits about him in this game because Kane is leading the charge here for the fragging power of Legacy, and Kane is a fragger. We've seen him do very, very well here in the past, but Kane is actually going to be the first player to fall as he does drop to Blitz. Actually might have been second there. That's going to be a tricky one for the stat men to pick up. They're going to have to really play that in slow-mo here to be able to understand who was picked off first there. I think it was actually Keelan that went down first, if I'm honest with myself. 4 versus 4 as Enzo does take a little bit of damage. Frag grenades are going out. Frostmat's getting pinged so that Just Toby knows not to jump in through that window, or at least to look down as he jumps through. But Kusik Sam is sitting there watching, so it's not something Just Toby can just do. We're going to get an upside down rappel, and that Frostmat will get shot out by Enzo. No, it's not. Sam is, he knows someone's up there. Diffuser's been dropped. They don't know that Sam started to move forward. Ace is going to peek it, but Sam's going to come off better. 3 versus 4. As Swing or be Swung take the early lead. Not favorites, but it doesn't matter that they took the early lead. They're going to lose it pretty much instantly as Enzo manages to get a cheeky flank onto Blitz. Blitz turns around, but he doesn't manage to do much about it. And all of a sudden, there's a couple of kills from Sobs, and just Toby is left as the last man standing on Hibana. And he's going to peek onto Pixlo, but Pixlo is going to do the job that Pixlo has been hired to do on this staircase, and he's going to put the first round on the board for Swing or be Swung. So, well played to Sobs. Round number 1 goes their way. A great defensive setup from Sobs. Now, with that site being won, they can't play there again, so they're going to go to Master Bedroom and Office. So I was just checking some things stream, making sure that we're all good. We are all good. Okay. So, Master Bedroom and Office. Now, here we'll see a similar setup to what we saw on the last round, but we won't have someone playing on the staircase, I don't think. Eddie, you're still good for the vote. The vote is still up and running. You can still vote. You can still vote. So, Master Bedroom and Office, I'd expect full reinforcements up over here. Maybe a rotate in one of these walls. Not quite sure where that will come from, but we are going to get double reinforcement here on the main wall onto Mezzanine, and a single reinforcement and head pulse here to watch the staircase. Now, this is a very common setup that, again, we have seen in PC Pro League. Sometimes you'll see a shield here as well, so a player can play behind the shield, looking down that hallway. But I don't think that's going to come out here on the defense today. In fact, we only have, well, we have 2 shields in play. One has been placed, where's one been, on piano, that's standard, but where's the second one? Where is the second shield? Both have been put down, and I can't see it for the life of me. I'm looking, oh, there it is. 2 shields over here in piano, looking onto the hallway double door. Cheeky frost mat. Now, a lot of people might think that's a dodgy frost mat, but with that frost mat, normally you come to the party with Ace, and you'll open up a hole there that you'll vault through. But there is no Ace in play. Instead, we have Hibana and a Maverick. So I'm expecting that Maverick will come up and make a hole at the top and then chuck a grenade through to take out the signal jammer. So that frost mat is going to die with it. So probably not the best choice considering the attacking lineup that's been brought out here. So we have 3 players on Legacy that are going to be droning. Everyone having a good look around, trying to find where all the utility is, where the operators are, and where all of the setup is. Enzo playing on Twitch, flexing the black ice on the F2. That was one of the first black ices I got, I think, was on the F2 on my main account. I think, if I remember rightly. So Force is going to take a whole load of damage as he holds on site here. That's from the double window, I'm thinking, on the Master Bedroom, as Pixlo does manage to take Zach out of play. Just have a quick look at the board. All looking fine there. There we go. There's Maverick doing what I suspected Maverick would do. Make a hole, throw in a grenade, and there you go. You can write these plays on the back of a napkin, and they would probably all come to fruition. Just Toby manages to get the pick and even things out. 4 versus 4. Good spread of X-Kairos pellets being used to open up a hole in the wall. Opening up here behind the half wall to give yourself a bit of cover as you walk through. And the head height hole here to allow the hold onto the rotate over here while your man covers behind the half wall. How will this get stopped by the defense, though? Enzo on his drones trying to look for players. Going to find one, going to find 2. Going to shock him rather than yellow pinging. Going to get those kill assists as he spots Frost playing on the piano as well. Blitz, Sam, and Pixlo holding firmly over here, trying to stop anyone from coming in. ADS picking up utility as Enzo takes down Sam, and it looks like this one is going the way of Legacy, as Legacy are on good form here to even things out as a 1-1 at the end of round number 2. Skinny little angle there on the shield for Pixlo, but Blitz manages to get the cheeky double from that piano, it seems, but he does get refragged by Aza, who's going to push onto Pixlo. He knows exactly where Pixlo is, but Pixlo's gone through to the other side of the wall. Player spotted. Position given away. Aza knows exactly where he is, but we're getting a rotate through to bathroom, but Aza hasn't heard it. Gunfire goes off, giving away the position of Pixlo now as he makes his way through. Aza likely to get this pick in the post plant, but he is going to fall back and play his life and time. Very, very sensible. Very sensible indeed. One player outside of the window. That's going to be Enzo. just waiting to sweep in and get a kill. Aza watching the double door, pre-fires to give his position away and cause Pixlo a bit of nervousness. And he could go for a cheeky ninja defuse here, but he'll easily be countered by Aza, not Aza, by Enzo just here, who can just come round. He hears it, he knows it's happening, but he hasn't got the angle. Aza's going to get it instead as he comes through to the door, through to the hole, of course. And that is round number 2 going to Legacy. So we've got a nice 1-1 split at the end of the second round. Nicely done by Legacy. Very careful, cautious take. Yeah, I agree, Eddie. I think Swing or Be Swung can compete with the best of them sometimes. I don't think they're a team to be counted out. I do agree with you. I do agree with you. All right, master bedroom and office. Not being won by the defense, they are going to try it again and give it another go. They might lose today, but still put up a fight, says Eddie Peace. Eddie, show your boys some support. Don't say they might lose today. Show the support. Now, let's remember that this season is the first season where we are doing a playoffs where it's not double elimination. It's not double elimination. Now, there are many reasons why we haven't gone with double elimination. One of the things, we've made the season finale a best of 3 this season. Reason being is because the last 2 season finales were plagued with issues of scheduling, because teams and schedules just don't go together, it seems. Plagued with issues. And when you're doing a best of 5, you have to do it at a weekend, and it's quite limiting. So I dropped it to a best of 3 so that we could put it for a weeknight. We'll do it for a Friday night. If we have to move it, then we will. I don't want to, but if we have to move it, we will. And because it's a best of 3, we can be a lot more flexible with where we move it to. It's on the 10th of December at the moment, but of course that's coming to Christmas. You can't delay too much because of Christmas and people won't want to play. So a best of 3 just made good sense. Now, that also plays into taking it away from being a double elim, because with double elimination, people expect you to have a best of 5 because some teams have worked really hard to get there, right? And also they expect a big advantage when you get to that grand final because you've managed to get there without losing a game, whereas the other team have managed to get there with a loss and have had to fight their way back. So people expect the team that made their way through the upper bracket to have an advantage, and a lot of people expect that to be a free map. Now, we haven't done that typically here in this league. It's been a map pick advantage, but I kind of feel like if you've got a best of 3, is there really any advantage with the map picks and all of that sort of stuff that people think is worth it for a double elimination? And I don't think there is. So it all kind of plays in together, and that's the reason for these choices. Now, as I'm waffling on, Kane gets an early pick. We see the Gon 6 being used to great effect to take out some utility here on the wall. That's going to allow just Toby to open it up. We see grenades getting spent to try and pick off players or utility up here at the rotate, but it did no damage. We've got the Finker boost in play. Everyone now boosted up is going to start running in and try to make the most of that extra bit of utility. Of course, now the buffer Finker is that when you get a Finker boost when you're low on health, it actually stays there on your health bar permanently. It's not just limited. Pre-fires through the window. Is going to see Blitz take a whole load of damage as he pulls back. He wasn't expecting that, but he is still alive. His magnets are going to suck up some stun grenades. Those will still try to blind Blitz CU, but he manages to turn away and avoid it. He's going to get spotted by the drones. We've got a heavy push here from 2 players on that doorway. Gas grenade goes out, pushing them back as Kane claims another life. But he is going to get refragged by Q6 Sam, making it a 4 versus 3. Sam sending out those gas grenades to slow down the push, and that push has indeed been halted as Pixlo is going to hold the angle onto Master Bedroom from behind the bomb chassis in Bedroom, watching and waiting for someone to come in for the default plant. Sam does fall to Enzo, and it's a 4 versus 2 with 1 minute left on the clock. And this is looking very, very good for Legacy right now as Toby is in and planting. Force Rocker has the ability to deny it, but he's wasting time. He can't see it. He does see it, but he's a little bit too slow. That is not what you want to happen when you've got Echo on the board. He's supposed to deny that plant, not get there half a second too late. This is no good for Sobs, and right now this is looking like another one on the board for Legacy as Pixlo drops, leaving Force all on his own in a 1 versus 4. He's going to have to get 4 kills in just 20 seconds and find that diffuser, but he isn't even going to get 1 as he is going to get ripped apart in the bathroom, and that's another one on the board there for Legacy. And I would expect that Swing or Be Swung are going to go to a different site now and not try to go there again. Certainly not for a little while. They are going to go back to Bar and Gaming, which has just become unlocked for them. Bear with me for a second, stream. I just need to make some setting changes to my computer because the screen keeps going off because of power saving. And we don't want that. We need the screen to stay on. We need the screen to stay on. Bar and gaming. So the first site played by Swing or Be Swung. They're going to go there again. There's the loss record up on the screen for Legacy and Swing or Be Swung in this league. 2 losses for Swing or Be Swung. Wins number 2 and 5 were due to forfeits. They did not win those legitimately. They did not have to play, so the only game Legacy have actually played and won was week number 4. Whereas, as you can see there, for Swing or Be Swung, their record was pretty much exactly the same. Pretty much the same, but slightly inverted. Let me put that up again just in case anyone missed it. They have the same number of wins and the same number of losses. The difference is that Sobs actually won their games. They actually played them and won them. And that is the big difference. And the 2 losses were, like I say, 7-0s against Reborn and Alpenfest. So 2 7-0s, winning every other game, which kind of suggests maybe those 2 weeks, Sobs just weren't on their game. Maybe they just weren't on their game. There's the scoreboard. Enzo doing well for Legacy right now with 6 kills up there. Rizak trying desperately to walk over that tiny little ledge. And Siege is saying, nah, you can't step over that. Why would we let you step over that tiny little ledge? You can't walk over that. You got to jump. Maybe not even let you jump. It doesn't even let you vault it. I think you just can't get over it. I don't know. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. All right, so cameras being watched by Kusik Sam. He's getting the intel for his team along with Force Rocker, who was on cams, but he does come off them to continue holding this position here in bar. Stock, Pixel on cams, Sam on cams, everybody watching cams, except for 3 other players on the team. Kane playing outside on Fluke, opening up the window, getting ready to jump in. Keelan's sitting there waiting. Pings go out, letting his teammates know that there's someone there. He's going to hear that Gemini. He knows the Gemini's vaulted in. And that's going to get stopped by the signal disruptor. 5 versus 5, first minute gone. And this is a very slow take coming out from Legacy. This is it. We can see better now that the magnets have been placed by the doorway and not above this ADS. It's almost like Legacy are listening to me. Sorry, Swing or Be Swung are listening to me and taking note of what I'm saying from previous rounds. Now, we would not expect that to be the case because, of course, players in the game aren't allowed to be in the stream. So we know that that's not why they've done that. And we know that there won't be any friends of Legacy in the stream talking to them and telling them what to do based on the information and the tips that we give here. Oh no, the frag grenade goes out and that is going to see Kusik Sam get taken off the board as Zaza picks up one, Enzo picks up another, and Force Rocker, with just a minute left on the clock, is all on his own yet again in a 1 versus 4. He didn't manage to win it last time. Will he do it this time? He's going to move out of sight, but was he spotted? He's going to run up the staircase. This is an interesting play from Force. He's going to hold it from above. Do they know that they don't know that he's there? Air jabs going out. But they know he's there now as 2 players come running up the staircase and they just want to take liberties with Force Rocker. As they all converge on his position. No, don't worry about planting. Don't worry about planting. Let's just find Force Rocker and kill him. Strider 9K. Force, he had 1 job. Yeah, he missed the echo. He came onto the right echo drone, but he was like half a second too late. And managed to hit Toby literally just as it came up saying, diffuser planted. Most unfortunate for Force. Most unfortunate for Force. All right, bar and gaming here is going to be the next site. Now, I've realized that I've missed actually quite a few kills on the stream, so I'm going to try and focus a little bit more on what's going on here and the action. For a minute there, I thought Keelan was playing a banned skin, but it isn't. I'm pretty sure Valkyrie, that's not banned. The white birch on Mozzie and Gridlock is, but that one on Valkyrie, I don't believe is. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. To be fair, it's very similar and the same as white birch. So kind of you'd argue it should be, but it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not. There's no protests. It's all good. It's all good. 5 versus 5. 10 seconds left. Cheeky little 2 frost mats. Now, of course, you can only take out one of these frost mats as you jump in, unless you chuck a frag grenade first. So that could be a good play here from Blitz, as that forces the attackers to use utility on this as opposed to jumping in. Though, of course, you can just make sure you jump in on the right-hand side and hope hope that you missed the other frost mat. The right-hand side would... Actually, they're both pretty even. I reckon the right-hand side is probably the better choice to jump in, though. Zach making his way up to master bedroom window, gets that open. There's no one in there. He has free reign. Drone is going to go in, and he is going to start droning out this top floor. The only players we have on top floor right now is actually nobody. Oh, Force Rocker has rotated up along with Blitz. So we have 2 players up here. So apart from those guys... Top floor control is pretty much in the hands of Legacy, but Brizzak is going to pick off one as he takes down Q6 Sledge, opening up walls with a big sledgehammer. That's what he's here for. That's what he does. And my God, those holes are huge, and that's going to give him a big line of sight over to exactly where the defenders are holding. Creep fires from Brizzak onto Frost on that reinforcement, but Frost is going to do more damage to Zach than Zach manages to dish out, which is unfortunate for him. Keelan gets into a gunfight downstairs, but Enzo comes off better in that engagement. He does take some damage here from the player on Great Fireplace Stairs. He doesn't manage to get a frag, but he does lose a load of health. Force Rocker picks off one. Shoots his own teammate, it looks like there. Maybe the stun grenades or whatever just confused him that much. I think it was the Zofia lifeline as Enzo sending out that utility with just Toby getting 1 kill. 4 versus 2. And I'm starting to think there's not really much point at the moment of me spectating Sobs because it just seems to be Legacy all day long until we get to Pixlo picking off Enzo. 3 versus 2, and Pixlo's going to fall back to site along with Blitz. 2 versus 3, still very winnable for the defenders here as they have Kona stations on site and can re-heal. Drone is right in front of Pixlo, and I don't think he spotted it. They know exactly where he is, so he's going to have to reposition himself. And he's going to fall back to the blue stairs. Blitz watching here out onto the hallway, waiting for someone to come in. Just Toby over on the balcony, checking for those frost mats. Nothing to find. He has Diffuser, getting ready to go in and get that plant. Azer's going to back him up. Blitz is on site, though, and he's watching. He can't take off 2 of these players. He's not even going to take down one as Blitz does pick him off. Pixlo is very, very quick to follow at the hands of Azer, and that's another round there. Going to Legacy, and Legacy have really found their stride here right now in this matchup as they are just walking all over Swing or Be Swung in this first map. Yeah, it's not White Birch Mac. It's only on Gridlock and the Mozzie. I think it's called Crystal Lichen or something. Which I have equipped to Valkyrie. I really like it. It's a nice skin. That uniform, along with the headgear where it's just like Valkyrie's hair all swayed back, looks really cool. It's a good outfit to have on. I like it. I like it.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Okay, round number 6.
The location of a bomb.
Blitz placing down his frost mats. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. In fact, let's look at some stats for map number 1 here. Let's take a look at the statistics for Chalet, Master Bedroom and Office, which has been played twice by Swing or Be Swung. Defender favored, but they lost it twice. Bar and Gaming, which has been played here 4 times now by Swing or Be Swung. Defender favored, 80%. They've lost it 66% of the time they played it here so far. So at the moment, Swing or Be Swung not looking too good against the stats for the rest of this season. That data is actually from this season. It's not from Season 3. We are now showing Season 4 statistics for maps. Where available, Enzo gets picked off early by Keelan. Keelan has had enough. He says, no, I'm going to get a kill on the board. I am not going out on this map 0 and 5. I'm going to get one, and get one he does. And he's going to retreat very quickly after doing so. Playing down below, he's going to be on that big roam game. Blitz EU opening up loads of holes in walls. Kusik Sam holding up stairs here in Solarium. Oh, what a pick from Brizzak. From Acoustic Sam, rather, taking off Brizzak, because Brizzak does the exact same thing he has done in every single round so far, which is repel on master bedroom window and then come in. Now, we just see a defender there. I believe that was Pixlo just walking past that window as bold as you like. even though it just got shot out before he walked through there. But the attacker didn't actually spot him, and Pixlo got away with it. Nicely done, as we do see Swing or Be Swung actually taking the lead here. They have managed to swing things in their favor. Do you see what I did there, people? Do you see what I did? 5 versus 2, and it looks like we are going to see Swing or Be Swung start to make some ground here and go to a 4-2 split in the second half. It is still throwable. It is still throwable, but it's looking really good for Swing or Be Swung right now, as they've managed to do a great job in getting the picks. Yeah, as you can see in the stream, guys, we've got follower emotes, and we have them in there for the teams that are playing. So by all means, get those emotes in the stream supporting your favorite team here tonight. Let the Twitch chat know who you are here backing up. Pixlo holding that angle on the window, waiting for someone to show themselves. Keelan's going to get taken down by Ace, though, and that's the first pick for Legacy here in this round. He doesn't know that Pixlo is just chilling right there. He didn't see the feet. He just doesn't know. Now he might have an idea. Pixlo can just hold back. Aza cannot jump in through that window because of the frost mat on it. One way or the other, Aza will fall if he jumps through that window, but Sam's going to be picked off by just Toby. And here we go. This is things starting to turn around. This is going to be possibly a masterclass of how to throw a 5 versus 2. As very quickly, it's turned into a 2 versus 3 or a 3 versus 2 in favor of Sobs, depending on which team you're looking at. Aza playing downstairs, going to make his way up blue as the drones do go ahead of him. Force Rocket on site. And he's going to be responsible for holding down the player on blue. He does get spotted by the drone. He's going to fall back. Blitz holding up above. This is going to be perfect as Aza falls to someone. That's in a frost mat, I suspect, as just Toby gets the pick. It is Aza in the frost mat, and Toby hasn't got time to go back for him. He's going to have to hunt down kills or try a big ball plant. But what's he going to go for? He is going to give away his position by shooting, but he's going to get spotted by Blitz upstairs, and that's the cheeky double at the end. One with a frost mat and one with a gun. And we do see the 2 versus 4. Sorry, the 2-4 split or the 4-2 split, depending what way round you want to look at it. And finally, Swing or Be Swung show that they are not out just yet. Wow. That was a good turnaround there for Sobs. That was a good turnaround for Sobs. Good to see them starting to make a comeback. Let's see if they can carry that over onto the second half as they maybe swing their momentum around. Now, we are going to see the first site getting played by Legacy on defense as side switch. They are going to be going to Bar and Gaming, just like Swing or Be Swung did. Keelan is going to pick Thermite, but 6 pick onto Ash, as we've got Kane 6 picking the Oryx and going onto Jaeger. Very much more his type of operator. As we get into the first round of the second half, Bar and Gaming it is. Let's see the kind of setup we get come out here from Legacy. I suspect that we'll see very, very similar to what we saw coming out from Swing or Be Swung. Enzo just opening up a load of holes for line of sight. That's for a player likely going to be playing here on the Great Fireplace Staircase. You'll be able to play around here. That's going to be the player on Shield. Will be able to hold between that doorway, fall back to this staircase and look through those holes if necessary. They'll know that if there's pressure coming from office, that the player playing here can just go to that staircase and get an easy line of sight. Though, of course, you can get shot back through those holes. But due to positioning, technically the defender should have a slight advantage as he'll see feet before he is spotted, but you never know. You never know. And Ace is going to be the one responsible for playing behind the shield, although he's not actually on the shield. He's just sitting next to it. If I personally had a shield right there, I'd sit behind it, not just next to it. Drones coming up to Solarium. Pings are going out. Air jabs going down. Frost. Ash getting spotted on Solarium stairs. Now we're going to know she's coming from there. Shield gets easily taken out of play by a Flores drone. Great work here from Kusik Sam, sending in his second Flores drone. And that's going to open up that doorway as Sam does drop. Briss Zach getting the pick onto Pixlo. 5 versus 4. That's the first kill in this round. Zach has lost a bit of health in the meantime. Does drop down to half. As he's going to continue watching, waiting for someone to come around. Playing the shotgun. That long distance one tap ability. Aza still playing up here in library. Kane playing down below. And Just Toby up here on the staircase. This is where Just Toby likes to play. He used to do this when he was playing in Vanquish with Damon Atkins. And he's still doing it here. This is what we love to see. Now, Keelan's going to open up that wall, and that is going to take that advantage away from the defense. They will not be able to use that staircase quite as effectively as they wanted to previously with that big hole in the wall. Blitz is going to peek it as well, sending out pings to get that utility taken down so he can open up that wall. Flores drone is going to go in, but it's not going to take down any utility. It is going to come in to make its way under, but it's not going to take down the utility on the wall. Instead, it's going to take down the shield that's being covered by just Toby as Kane picks up a kill onto Blitz. 5 versus 3. Zach still playing downstairs on site. Aza here playing in the library. Kane still down on blue, waiting for that big flank. More gas grenades going out to slow down the push. And that's going to stop Keelan just a little bit. Going to take down the barbed wire, getting ready for that gas to dissipate so that he can start to make his push. Second one's going to go out, though, and he's going to have to rethink that slightly as Sam manages to get 2 quick kills. Force Rocket drops, 2 versus 3. Defense, slight advantage here with 40 seconds left on the clock. Sam just outside sight. Enzo just inside. Just Toby on the staircase, moving his way into sight as Keelan picks off 1. That's Aza fallen, and now it's a 2 versus 2. Things are even. Keelan with diffuser. Sam holding, waiting for someone to come out from gaming. But they need to push in and start looking at how they're going to get this plant down. Gunfire goes out. Enzo takes a whole load of damage and then eventually drops. Toby is the last man standing, but he picks up that kill onto Kusik Sam. That's the triple kill for Sam. Keelan, 1 versus 1. Just Toby versus Sam. Keelan. Diffuser is going down. Keelan comes off it. Just in the nick of time to get the kill. What a play from Keelan. You know what? I feel like he actually could have got that plant down. I think he would have got away with it. But still he came off it. And my God, that was so close. So close. Well played to Keelan for clutching that one up for his team. And he evens things out. But he doesn't get the 100 points for the plant, which is disappointing for him. Disappointing. Bar and Gaming is going to get played again. And to be fair, it was very, very close for the defense. So there's no reason why they shouldn't play here again. No reason whatsoever. So they are going to stick it again. They are going to stick it again. Hey, first time chat from viewer, Odium Live. Welcome, Odium. As you're following now, you can actually use the Sobs emote in the stream. If you go to your emotes, you'll see there's a volume emote, a follower emote for Sobs. So as you are now following, you can use the emote to support your team in the stream in this best of 3 here. We are still on map number 1. In the follower remote, that legacy L just makes it look like a big L, really. So it's kind of like, yeah, they're taking the L, they're taking the L. They're not just yet, as Aza's just spinning all about the place. Just Toby setting up in his favorite position. Kane running around doing Kane-type things. Shooting toolboxes that he doesn't like. And he's just going to chill down here in storage. Brisak holding an angle here on the double door. Don't know how long he'll stay there for. I feel like that's not the best choice of scope and gun. Well, it's a good choice of gun for this position, but the scope I'm not convinced on. Now, drone has gone past. It's not going to find Zach. It's going to come through now, and it is going to spot him. They know that Zach's there, and Zach is going to have to fall back. He's going to watch his angles very, very carefully, but the pre-fires through the wall does see Zach fall. 5 versus 4, beautifully done there by Swing or Be Swung. Great use of intel and map knowledge to get an easy kill there. As Nomad goes swinging onto the balcony. Not Nomad, sorry, I'm guessing. I don't know who that was. It must have been, it wasn't Blitz. Was it Keelan? I don't know who it was. Kusik Sam. It looked like the headgear of Nomad. I was very, very confused as Pixelo wasn't actually anywhere near. He was in fact on drones. As the attackers are starting to push heavily now towards the other side of the building. 1.5 minutes left on the clock. And this is a very slow take for Swing or Be Swung. But they have to do this right. They have to clear out the utility and clear out the operators. The problem is the longer it takes them, the more chance there is of the defenders just turtling up and falling back towards site. The more time that can be wasted here on the top floor just plays into the side of the defense much, much more. So Swing or Be Swung have to step up their game a little bit and start to apply this pressure to the defense. Yes, they need to get it right, and they can't afford... They need to sort of take their time a little bit, but they can't take too much time, as Aza is going to drop Keelan. 4 versus 4, things evening out. Aza going to take a load of damage, push up to safety here. Managed to live to fight another day. Fires onto the window, doesn't manage to do anything. He takes more damage than he gives, and he's going to fall back into library, and he can be ready for a drop back into sight if he needs to. Hatch is not actually open above the A-bomb, which is a curious choice. Force Rock are holding the angle, but no one needs to push it. Force can hold that angle all he wants to, but no one needs to push it. But it looks like Aza actually might, as K manages to take down 1. Nomad pushing forward. Going to get pre-fired on by Aza. Doesn't manage to do the damage, but he does manage to waste the time, and he's going to reposition, as Pixlo needs to be very, very careful. No smoke is still on that staircase as Kane drops Blitz. Toby comes up, gives the calls out to his teammate. Aza comes in to get the kill, but he is just a little bit too slow, and it is perfectly read into by Sobs, who managed to pick him off. This is looking like a legacy round here as, oh no, Enzo goes for the kill, but he doesn't manage to take it. He's just going to pre-fire that doorway and eventually does manage to kill Force. Steven Pixlo in the 1 versus 3, but he's got all manner of players converged onto his position as they know where he is. They've got the time, they've got the player count, and they're going to get that kill. And a beautifully reserved round there coming out from Legacy as they put another one on the board, making it 5-3. A beautifully close game here. A beautifully close game. I see Glossy Club is on Twitter supporting Legacy here tonight. Supporting Legacy. All right, master bedroom and office. This is the first time that we will see Legacy playing on this site. Let's remind ourselves of the stats for this one. Master bedroom and office, 42% attacker favored this season, 58% defender favored. As you can see, this map overall is 62% defender favored for this season. So really, really good. Really, really good stats for defense. And interestingly, Legacy wanted to start attack on most of it, but they are still actually winning, so they are bucking the trend. They are bucking the trend. Let's see if they can continue the bucking trends here, but they don't really want to, because what they actually want is to go with the trend now of winning on defense. They are just 1 round away from match point. Pistols being used to do all sorts of damage here in the game. As we enter into the action phase, Force Rocker still on drones, Blitz still on drones, giving calls to his team to let them know when and where it is safe to push in. Acoustic sound with lovely recoil control. They're opening up that window, just making it a little bit easier for someone to jump out on him. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Pixlo moving his way in with his teammates. Gonna lay down and he's gonna get on drones and start to drone out mezzanine. Force Rocker on the balcony. Like, is master bedroom and office. We've got Brissac down below. If it was Reborn, they'd have some holes here at the top, watching onto Solarium staircase. Five versus 5, 2 minutes left on the clock. So let's see what the attack can bring out. Now it seems like Swung will be Swung do favor the slightly slower attacks here. They don't have quite the pace that Legacy would have. They are a little bit slower. Let's take a look at the kind of attack that we're getting here. We are getting a convergence here on the master bedroom. This is a very, on the office. This is a very common and very standard take. Air jabs are down, probably one above this doorway to stop anyone from wire peeking that double door. Tham gets a load of pressure, but we do see Pixlo taking down Kane. That's one very important fragger off of the board. Aza at the moment and Enzo, the only, well, actually just Toby's not doing too bad for kills on Legacy as well. It's only really Brissac and Kane that are negative. Are not doing the numbers here. As Aza takes a whole load of damage back here on site. V Keelan taking some damage too, but Brizzak is going to fall at the hands of Kusik Sam 5 versus 3 as Enzo jumps into bathroom and he does get felled by Keelan, but Aza is there to clean up before that kill could be finished. Blitz is in and planting. Enzo could be revived, but Aza's taking a whole load of damage, and it's just as well that Enzo gets revived as Azo is on death's door with just slightly less health than Enzo. Plant is successful. Swing or be swung. Just have to hold it. C4 goes out, but it does nothing. That gives the the defenders a perfect line of sight onto Force Rocker holding outside that window as Sam picks off another 2 versus 3. Enzo, very low on health, just holding an angle, but he needs to make plays, not hold angles. Blitz picks him off, leaving just Toby in the 1 versus 3, and he needs to find these 3 kills, but we are going to get a transition of position here. But just Toby as he moves round to where the diffuser is, but Sam is going to pick him off. And Swing or be swung are going to put another round on the board. They are not out just yet as they go to 5-4. We are getting a beautifully close game here in this very first quarter final of TXB Pro Season 4 playoffs. This is what we love. This is what we love. Wine Cellar and Snowmobile, bold choice. Bold choice. A lot of people consider this the worst site on the map now. Last season, well, before the rework, of course, Wine Cellar and Snowmobile was considered the best site to play on this map. Since the rework, though, the professional community have kind of changed their minds on that and feel that this is the worst site. But here, a lot of teams still favor it. Let's remind ourselves of the stats for this site. Snowmobile and Wine Cellar is actually 56% defender favored. It's the third most defender favored site in the game. Now, having played Bar and Gaming and Master Office already, this is clearly the next best choice to come to. Let's see what Legacy will be able to do. Signal Jammers going down onto the walls to hold these back. Nothing yet on the garage door, but Signal Jammer is going to get placed. We do not have a Mozzie. So we do not have a Jaeger or a Whammy to stop this from getting fragged. So that Signal Jammer is likely to go down very, very quickly. Keelan just running over here to get to it as quickly as he can. He's not going to be able to do anything about that signal disruptor, but he's going to come all the way around. My guy, you know there's a spawn point right here? You could have made that a lot easier on yourself. He's going to drone out, and he's going to find Kane with that drone. But Kane hasn't spotted that drone, so he is going to retreat. But they do know where he was. Enzo looking at the drone hole, waiting to stop drones from coming through. Any shock drones that might be in play. We do have Twitch. And Twitch will be able to get that shock drone through the drone hole if wanted. But Kusik Sam instead is going to be playing up here on master bedroom window. Zach is roaming around here. And they are trying to track Zach down. Zach doing a great job of what Vigil is supposed to do. But Enzo runs out and gets the kill. You got to watch out for that, Kusik Sam. You got to watch out for that. You got to know that someone's going to run out, and Brizzak is continuing to hold down this roam clear. And like I said, it's exactly what you need from a Vigil. The job of a roamer is not just to get kills. It is to delay time as much as anything. And this is exactly what Zach is doing. The problem is, though, that Zach is penned in. If they realize he is in here, his only way out is through this door. And if they have a player over here and a player over here watching that door, there's nowhere he can go unless he chucks an impact grenade to get out of here. But it doesn't really matter because he's gonna make it away as no one is watching. Enzo gets that pick, making it a 3 versus 3 with a minute and a half still left on the clock. As Blitz claims 1. Swing or be swung, really turning things around right now. Though it does get evened out, but Pixlo picks up 1. Brizzak is left all on his own in the 1 versus 2. Air jab goes out. Impact grenade is gonna miss the mark. But how is this? Oh no! How did that happen, Brizzak? How does he get away with that? Zach low on health. Stun grenade goes out and he is blinded. Pixlo is going to rotate around to try and shoot Zach from behind, and it's just a game of ring around the roses here as Gunfire giving away positions all over the place. Pixlo has the advantage of a shield here to cover him, but he's going to give himself away. He's going to know that Vigil is up here on the table, and eventually he does manage to get the kill. Wow. What a round. Zach with the almost round-winning clutch as he manages to stop that plant by that shield. That shouldn't have been allowed to happen. That should not have been allowed to happen, but it did. But fortunately, for Swing or Be Swung, Pixlo managed to turn that around. And he didn't even get the 100 points for the plant. Bar and Gaming, next site to get played. We are 5-5 right now. And what that means is we will see at least 2 more rounds get played. At least 2 more rounds. It's going to be a 7-5 or an overtime.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Now, it's worth pointing out that through playoffs, every single player is hand camming. So right now we're running a 10-man hand cam in a best of 3. Now, this is... There is risk that this is going to eat up into some people's phone batteries. I'm hoping that they've all got their phones plugged in and are ready to go. Yeah. I am hoping that's the case. But if this goes to 3 maps, we might see some problems with hand cams, but we'll work that out as we come to it. We'll work that out. We'll check in on battery status after this map when we have like a 5-minute break. Alrighty, 5 versus 5. 3 minutes on the clock. 2 rounds at least left to play. Signal disruptors going downstairs to stop drones coming into sight. Nothing here on this one, on this doorway. I wonder if a signal disruptor there tucked up in the corner would... I don't think it would. I don't think it would go... Oh no, Keelan with the early kill. Was Zach going for a peek? No, he wasn't. He was just down here somewhere on that... well, he wasn't on the roam. Where did he die? Where did he die? Can't see his... was he upstairs? No, he wasn't through the hatch. Can't see his icon here. Oh, is that it? Yeah, there he was. Okay, yeah, that's unfortunate for Zach. That is unfortunate for Zach.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Right, so we are getting a push over here from the north side of the building, it seems. Whether it's the basement or the top floor, it doesn't really matter. Or the first floor, rather. As we do get Blitz going upstairs with Diffuser. I'm interested in the rationale of having the Diffuser being brought all the way upstairs like this on this side of the building. Actually, no. It makes sense. It's fine. It's fine. Just Toby playing his favorite spot. 2 minutes left on the clock. Four versus 4 as Keelan gets taken out of play by Aza. Aza doing great work. 11 and 7 right now with Enzo doing great work as well. 14 and 6 going great guns here on the controller. Drone is spotted down here in the basement. That's going to get pinged by Enzo, who is watching on cams, giving intel to his team. Force Rock on the balcony. Blitz up into their acoustic sound, watching and waiting to get a kill, but that Valkyrie is going to run away as Pixlo looking through the holes isn't going to find anything, but a C4 almost finds him, but he gets away with his life. That was a good play there from, I'm assuming, Enzo underneath because his C4 is gone, I think. It's hard to tell because he's looking at a black eye at the moment. Enzo actually still has it in hand, but he is going to fall, though. But that's in sight, so that could be good. 3 versus 3, but it's technically a 3 versus 2 because Enzo is down, and unless he can get revived, he might as well be dead. 2 versus 2 officially now as Force Rocker and Pixlo are the last 2 left standing. They've got 50 seconds to make some plays. Enzo, is he going to get picked up? We've got Just Toby on the staircase. Force Rocker knows, but it doesn't matter because Just Toby with the SMG-11 in hand is going to come off better. Pixlo's going to pick up 1. Aza and Just Toby, last 2 left standing. Diffuser not in the hands of Pixlo. He's got 35 seconds. Pre-firing some common spots. He knows where 1 is as the gunfire goes out, giving the position away. Default cam gets taken out of play. Gas grenade going to slow down that, that push for Diffuser. Nicely done by Smoke. Stun grenade's going out, not going to do anything as Aza is in perfect position to stop a push from Pixlo. What is Pixlo going to do? He's going to get a kill. That's what he's going to do. 1 versus 1. And he's going to come around and take down Just Toby. What a clutch from Pixlo. What a clutch. SMG-11 at close range should not lose that fight, but it did. Swing or Be Swung put 3 rounds on the board in a row as they are the first team to go to match point. Who would have thought it? As they're at 1.41 down. Swing or Be Swung literally have swung it around. Bar and Gaming is the next site to get played. Whew. This could go any way at the moment. This could go any way.
attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
All right. Bar and Gaming. The last chance in this map, a Legacy. Now let's remember, this was Legacy's map pick, but Swing will be swung. Are schooling them on it right now. Not when they were on defense, but on attack, they're doing great work. So, now, when we get to overtime, if we get to overtime rather, Legacy will start on attack. So that if we go to overtime, you kind of have to go in Legacy's favor, considering how these two teams have performed. Despite what the stats say, this matchup right now is showing to be a little bit more attacking favored. Let's see these cams. There's one. Let's watch when Enzo goes onto it and see. Oh, no. It's gonna barricade. Go onto your cam. Just stand in the middle of nowhere and just check your cams. Come on. We like it when a Valkyrie just immediately checks all cams and puts them into position. But he isn't going to. We've got one player outside the front door. I'm guessing that's Keelan. No, it's not. Who is it? It's not Pixlo. It's not Blitz. It is Kusik Sam. Droning around looking for utility to take out with his shock drone. He wants some easy points, but there's nothing to see. There's no electro claws. But that's what Sam's looking for, I feel. I feel he's looking for electro claws, but there are none to see. Okay, we are getting a top floor down clear, which is what we'd expect. Keelan and Force Rocket are already up there. But as we can see, the top floor does have two players on it. That's Zach. As Keelan is coming around rather aggressively here. That door is barricaded, which is going to slow him down, so he's not going to get quite the pick onto Zach that he might have wanted. If that door was open, he would have had a free kill. But they're looking here. They know where there's some utility, and they're trying to work it out so they can take it down. So I'm guessing the Electro Claw is just at the top of this wall. But it's going to remain up. As Blitz opening up the doorway, they want to try and find it. They can't find it. They don't know where it is. Brisak has taken up Topi's position here on the top of the staircase. Knows there's a drone there, and he's going to take that out of play. That's going to leave just 3 drones in the hands of Swing or Be Swung. This is not good drone economy coming out for a Swing or Be Swung at this point. We do have one player over there on the double window making that push towards it as Brisak is going to drop as Pixlo falls as well. Both of them down but not out. Pixlo can get revived. And he is going to get picked up. But is Brisak going to get picked up? That's the question. He's on the staircase out in the wind. He is not going to get revived unless Kane can get here in time. Kane is going to manage to pull it off and bring his teammate back to life. But Ace is going to manage to claim 1. So that's Legacy taking the lead, but he does get refragged by Blitz. C4 from Brisak, though, is going to take out the lead of Swing or Be Swung, 4 versus 3. Things in favor of Legacy right now. 42 seconds left on the clock. And we could be seeing an overtime here as things are looking good for Legacy. Pixlo low on health. 30 seconds to go. Diffuser in the hands of Blitz. All of the doors are barricaded, which is going to slow down the attacks so much. I mean, it only takes a couple of seconds to open them up. But when you've got to be careful of what's on the other side and the calls that it gives, it does slow you down. Just Toby waiting for someone to push in there from the hallway. But no one's coming that way. It is a lobby push as Kane claims the life of Pixlo, and we are going to go to overtime. I cannot see Swing or Be Swung taking this one. Although Blitz is going to pick off Just Toby. He's in sight. He needs to start planting, and Plant he does. Brisak manages to pick off 1. But Plant is going to get denied by Zach, and we do get overtime. Wowzers. What a matchup we are having here, ladies and gentlemen. What a matchup we are having. First map, overtime. This is what we love to see. Now, as I said, the challenge here is going to be that Legacy chose to start an attack, and attacking has done better. Both teams have won 4 rounds on attack, which means that statistically, we will likely see Legacy take the win here if that continues. It's going to be a big ask for Swing or Be Swung to be able to win 1 attack and 1 defense. But let's see if they can actually achieve it. and make this their map. Whether they win this map or not, let's remember it's Legacy's map pick, and they've pushed Legacy to overtime on it, which bodes well for map number 2, which is going to be Coastline, which is the map that, unfortunately for Swing will be Swung. They got 7-0'd on by Alpenfestung, but Alpenfestung brought some crazy strats that we'd never seen to the table before. Whereas Legacy aren't going to do that, and Legacy might be a little bit less comfortable on Coastline than they are on Chalet. So if we continue seeing things go this way, I feel like Legacy could have a disadvantage going into map number 2. And when we get to map number 3, which is Oregon, which technically was picked by Swing or be Swung, I'd kind of put this matchup in favor of Swing or be Swung to take a 2-1. If they don't throw it and don't do anything silly. Let's see the setup. Keelan's going to take some early damage playing on Warden for some reason. He's going to hold this long angle. Now the problem here is he's going to have drones finding his position, and he can get swung very easily. He's going to be the swungy rather than the swinger. I think I got that right. We can see drones going out all over the top floor. We've got Ace repelled. It's not Ace. It's Finker. My outline reading is very, very poor in this game tonight. Very poor indeed. Just Toby with the early pick, taking down Blitz, who's been doing good work for his team so far. Brissac is going to push in with the intel of the drones that are in front of him. Kane has a line of sight here on to Jaeger, and he is going to be known, and he's going to be an easy pick there. Oh, he gave the call to his teammates, and they managed to pick up the kill before he did. 3 versus 3. 3 versus 3. 2 minutes still left on the clock, and things looking very, very good for Legacy. They've got a lot of time. They have 8 drones, and they are in a very strong position right now. But Sam playing downstairs quite aggressively here, going to pick off one of those drones, leaving just 7. But no, Kane is going to rip Kusik Sam a new one, leaving us in the 2 versus 3. And this first round of overtime could very well go the way of Legacy. Keelan not spotted by that drone. Is the second drone going to spot him? We see a ping, but we don't know who pinged. Aza watching that doorway. Kane is going to manage to pick up the kill onto Keelan. He tries to rotate out of library, leaving Force all on his own in a 1 versus 3. No one is expecting Force Rocker to win a 1 versus 3 against just Toby, Kane, and Aza. Let's see if Force Rocker can rewrite the history books and clutch this round up for his team to give them an early advantage. If he can win this one, it's looking good for them. We've got a player here at the top of the stairs. He's on drone, and that's the easy kill. That's his position given away. 2 players now know exactly where he is, and they're going to start falling back to sight. They're at the hatch, and they are waiting for Force to show himself, and show himself he does. They know exactly where he is. Double ping. Aza rotating around. He hears Force Rocker coming down. He's got the SMG-11. He doesn't know that player's there. C4 is going to get sent out. That's not going to do anything, though. Doesn't do a lick of damage. But Force doesn't know there's one player down here. Oh, but he misses his shots. No! Force Rocker. Oh, Force. My dude. It's like a free kill. It's a free kill. If he'd have just taken another half a second to line up that shot, we wouldn't see Legacy currently on a 7-6 lead. They just need to win this round on defense. But like we say, this has been an attacking favored game so far. So who knows? Who knows? What a matchup. What a matchup. We might well get full maximum overtime jobbies here on this one. Enzo, 6 picking the Oryx, going on to Bandit. Lovely choice. Everyone, oh no, going on to Vigil. Everyone on the attack is happy with their operators. Enzo doesn't know what he wants to do. It's just like, just anyone. But he finally lands on someone. He finally lands on Malusi.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Kind of like, this is the headgear that I was talking about on Valkyrie earlier, Mac. This is the, I think. No, she's got a mask on. It's not this one. Let's look at just Toby, see if he looks around and looks at Valkyrie's face. I just like that headgear of Valkyrie where she's got her hair all like swept by the wind, and she's just got this natural look. It makes a nice change to the way a lot of the operators are actually done up. That's why I like IQ's Elite as well. They just look normal, like, you know, like real people. It's like, yeah, it's like a real person. Nah, it's got the mask on. It's not that one. It's not that one. All right, drones spotting Valkyrie. Kusik Sam running up to the building, as is the rest of the team, because it is just the very start of action phase. We have no one going for spawn peaks. This is a serious game right now. No one wanting to risk their lives. Just Toby with the late setup on the staircase. And we are going to get a top floor hold like we've seen for pretty much every other site so far. Pretty much every site on this map requires you to have a top floor hold. Well, it doesn't require it, but it helps. Are we going to get max overtime? Let's see. Hey, Harry, welcome to the stream. Welcome, Eddie PCM. Welcome, Barry. Welcome to FinnJL. Welcome to you for coming along. I know you're a big Legacy fan, so it's good to see you here. Good to see you. Pixlo droning out to try to find these defenders. Zach holding position here in the library hallways. Got that door barricaded again, which is very, very useful. A lot of people laugh and... Well, not laugh, but like, why are you barricading everything, bro? Why are you barricading everything? Now, yes, it stops you from running around the map like an idiot, which is what a lot of people like to do. But at the same time, it slows attackers down. It gives you important sound cues. It buys you valuable seconds. And it can be the difference between life or death for a defender. So I'm completely on board with this business of barricading doorways. I am a roamer. So, you know, I don't always like it, but I understand it and I appreciate it. And it does make sense. Black Eyes are going to be spotting the players running around in the hallway there. Blitz is going to get the kill, though. Zach does fall, and that wall is going to get opened up. 4 versus 4, and the push is starting. But again, it's a very, very slow take coming up from Swing or Be Swung. 4 versus 4, 1 minute 15 left on the clock. Kane manages to drop manages to drop at the hands of Kusik Sam, who picks up a double. It looks like we are going to get maximum overtime because Swing or Be Swung with a minute left on the clock. Only have 2 players left, 1 player left to find. That's Kusik Sam with a triple. Just Toby, last man standing in the 1v4, and he's got to try to pick off 4 players, but he isn't even going to get 1. Now, the next site to get played is likely to be the bar and gaming or master bedroom and office from Swing or Be Swung as they switch back to defense, and they need to turn this around. Now, when they were on defense, they managed to win bar and gaming twice. It's the only site they did win, but they're going to switch it up. They're going to go to kitchen and dining, which is a site that we haven't seen played yet in this matchup. Let's remind ourselves of the statistics for this very site. Kitchen and dining, 50-50. So as we get into the very last round of this map, we're literally going in with a, toss a coin. That's basically what we're saying here. We'll toss a coin for who's going to win this map. Ooh, Kusik Sam with a 6 pick from Legion onto Alibi. No! Sam going on to Thunderbird. F my life. All right. So, 5 versus 5. 7-7 on the scoreboard. 9 drones in the hands of the attackers because they've got Twitch, so they're 1 drone shy of the full 10. This literally could be anyone's game. A site that we haven't seen, you kind of want to put this in favor of Swing or Be Swung, because it's kind of like Legacy should be going, we haven't seen what they've done on this site yet. We haven't attacked it. We don't very often play this one. What are we going to do? Well, they want to take top floor control first. That's what they want to do first. They want to get access to this hatch because that gives them overwatch onto this site and also this doorway. We have a nice line of sight being opened up here behind this shield. That's a rotate for the player behind the shield, but it does leave you exposed to someone on the hatch. Force Rocket going to put down the signal disruptors to stop drones from coming through. The hatch is going to get left soft for now. It's not going to get reinforced, and that's a sensible play because you want to leave that hatch as a last-minute drop if you need it to get back to site rather than play your life in that room up there. But we currently have no defend. Oh no, Pixlo laid down. It's going to pick off Aza, but he's going to get refragged by Just Toby. Pixlo just... Somehow, Aza just runs right past him, not knowing he's there. The drone game from Legacy, very, very weak. It was fortunate for them that they had Just Toby following Aza as he managed to reclaim the life, making it a 4 versus 4 now. Shot drone going in to take down some utility, opens fire onto an ADS that looked like, and they are trying to find out, hey, what's stopping this wall? It's going to be an electro claw somewhere, but is it above or is it below? That's the magic question. Who knows? Who knows? Well, we know that it's not up top, which means it is down at the bottom. Brisk Zach opening fire Does a little bit of damage, but takes more than he gives, and he does use his finger boost. Use his finger boost to bring his team up to health and try to gain that advantage. And they want to try and make the most of this advantage and push with the extra health that they've got to take down the defense. Blitz losing a little bit of health. Grenade is going to push him back as he takes just a slither of damage. Gas grenade goes out to slow down that push, and Keelan manages to get one. Things looking good for Swing or Be Swung right now, as it's a 4 versus 3. Enzo roaming downstairs. Keelan is down there, and they need to put a stop to this, but Keelan's going to be going up to West Main stairs, and he's going to rotate around and join his teammate Force Rocker, but he is getting followed by Enzo, who knows that he's down there. And this could be the big play from from Legacy, that they need to take this one, because if they don't watch their backs and don't know that he's coming from there, that could be the difference. But the problem is, as long as he is down there, the attackers are wasting a lot of time, and they only have 50 seconds to go. Zach trying to do damage from above, and they want to get this wall open so Hibana can open it, but it's not going to happen just yet. Zach does take down Kusik Sam. 3 versus 3. Smoke is spotted. And Toby is going to reposition to try for a possible drone hole kill, but it ain't going to happen. You're just wasting time, my guy. You're just wasting time. Smoke gets back into the position he was in as Hibana pellets start opening up that wall, but it is just a peek hole. Just Toby has rotated around to get another angle as Blitz is taking damage, and he falls to Enzo's Claymore. 3 versus 2, looking good for Lexi right now as Keelan gets the refrag. 14 seconds left to go on the clock, but Keelan's left as the last man standing as Brizzak claims the life. Plant is going down. It just needs to be denied. Look down. Look down. Oh, no, it's Zach. It's not Keelan. I thought I was watching Keelan. Oh, my God. 2 players stacked up right here. But no, just Toby is going to win it. And it is an 8-7 at the end of round number 1. An 8-7 at the end of round number 1. I cannot believe that I thought that was that was B. Keelan just looking at the guy planting in front of him. Oh, terrible spectating from me. Terrible spectating. All right. 8-7 is the way that the first map has gone. They're going to be a little bit more one-sided, and if Swing or Be Swung can turn this around and get a bit more of a dominating victory here, or if it's going to be the other way and Legacy take the dominating win. Let's see what happens. Bear with me for a second. All right, Iana getting banned by Swing or Be Swung. That's an interesting choice. I don't think we've really seen Iana get banned that much here in the league. Yeah, that's a great pick. A lot of people play her. She's very, very popular. Great utility. So that's an interesting choice. Jackal's no big surprise. I would expect to see Mira get banned next as well. That's the kind of thing we expect is the Mira ban. So let's see if that's going to come out. And at the moment, Legacy are in the lead, as we know, and they are going to want to show their strength here on this map picked by Swing or Be Swung. Valkyrie getting taken out of play by Legacy. That's an interesting choice. Great for outdoor cams, not next season when the change comes in, where the cams dry up when they die 10 seconds after going outside. So, yeah, good pick to get Valkyrie off the board. Great for outdoor intel. A Mirror, it was going to be Mirror. Whichever team did it, Mira was bound to get banned, so no big surprise there that she's been taken out of play. There are the bans. There we can see that Legacy is currently 1 map up. Whew. Oh, bear with me. I just need to rename a file. There we go. File renamed. Right. So, hookah and billiards. Hookah and billiards, first site to get played. No big surprise. Everyone loves hookah and billiards. It's everybody's primary site. Personally, I like to see sites that aren't primary sites get played first. Now, when you play a site first, typically you'll call it your primary site. But what I mean by primary sites is the favorites of hookah and billiards or kitchen and service. Those are most teams' primary site choices. I'd like to see something like a Penthouse and Theatre or a Blue Bar come out as the primary choice, because I think it throws off the defenses a little bit more. And, you know, if you don't win it on an off site at the start, you come back and you win your preferred site. So, I don't know. I support playing off sites first just to get that early surprise. Just like Free Elo did to Vanquish back in Season 2 of TXB Pro, when they managed to successfully fake a CCTV site on Clubhouse, when in fact they were in gym and bedroom. So Briss, Zach, and Just Toby will have nightmares remembering back to that round. It was the only round that Free Elo won, unfortunately, but it was a good round to watch nonetheless. Hookah and billiards. Let's see what kind of setup we're going to get coming out from these two teams, as loads of holes getting opened up. All 10 drones still in the pocket of the blue team on attack as they watch out for some default runouts and peaks here. Beautiful pick onto the camera there from Just Toby. I do like his flicks onto default cams. Watching for a possible runout. And just very closely watching those windows. Very nervous about someone peeking onto him from a window, but he didn't have to worry about it because there is no one there watching. Kane, in fact, had more to worry about as there is a Jaeger there in Sunrise, but he is getting spotted by the drones. And that's going to give the attack all the intel they need. But that drone is going to get picked up by the Mozzie Pest, which means that Ace is going to take it down. Brissac takes out Pixlo as he is down there in that window. Oh, Brissac, he gets the second one as he is into Blue Bar now, holding an angle here onto Cool 5 stairs. We've got Smoke, not Smoke, we got Maestro, completely different character, getting blinded up here on the top of Cool Vibes. And he is worried that he's going to start feeling some pressure from Cool Vibes. This is looking very, very good for Legacy right now. Grenade goes out, but due to Wamai, Blitz being stood up there on the table, he's going to avoid the splash damage from those grenades as Sam does manage to get one kick with that nerfed Roni holding an angle here with that disgusting red dot sight. I hate it. I hate it. Just Toby opening up the main wall. Now, this is going to cause a problem for Kusik Sam. He's kind of packed himself into a corner here. He's going to have to expose himself to get away, but he is actually going to manage it because Toby is not in the line of sight of that hole. Payne watching the window onto Aquarium as Ace is getting ready to push his way in. Diffuser dropped outside. We have one player in here, and it's going to be Blitz just watching and waiting for someone to push in through that doorway. And we have a bit of a Mexican standoff right now as these two players are just waiting, biding time. Magnet's going to pick up stun grenades. Push is going to come out from Ash, but Blitz is going to come off better. 2 versus 3 in favor of Swing or Be Swung now as they manage to turn it around. Player on the window, though, that is going to be Kane. Managing to hold that player back. That Blitz dropped, though, by the hands of Brissac, but Kane falls on that window, and Zach is left on his own in a 1 versus 2. Zach is very capable indeed of winning this. Now, we can see there's a beautiful camera placed up here. This is a strategy that my team has been using or trying to use. I suspect we stole it from someone else. I don't know how that came about. I don't know where it's been seen, but it is what it is. As Brissac goes for the reload, he's only got 151 bullets left in the chamber, in the magazine. Needs that extra 49. He's going to boost himself up and push in, but he's got 2 cameras giving all sorts of information. And he's just going to come up and try to do some damage here as Zaruni is going to drop. He's not dead, but he is down, and Force Rocker... Force Rocker just manages to get that kill as he comes off cams in the nick of time. There we go. The Alder is such a powerful weapon. If Force Rocker had lost that, I don't know what I would have said, but I would have been disgusted if he'd have lost that. Absolutely disgusted. All right, so round number 1. Going the way of Swing or Be Swung. And this is what we expect. This is their map. This is their map. Let's take a look at some stats for this map and see whether it's attacking or defended. People say it's attacking favored. Let's find out. It's actually more defender favored this season. No one has... we've seen Blue Bar played once. That was 100% win rate to defense. But Hookah and Billiards is 57% defender favored, and they just won it. Now they're going to go to Kitchen and Service, which is a 50-50. Penthouse and Theatre has seen a lot more success percentage-wise on this map, but it hasn't been played anywhere near as much as Kitchen and Service. We've probably seen Penthouse played once, twice at most. So, although it is better statistically in terms of, data that's been captured, it's possibly not better. It's possibly not better. But let's see. Let's see. 5v5.
5 seconds. Attackers are heading out.
How is this one going to play out? Drones all around, just chasing down Force Rocker as he makes his way up the staircase. He is going to find that drone. Did it really take him that long to spot the drone? His wheel was sticking right out. Unless he was worried it was a Mozzie one and he was just waiting to see the yellow light. I don't know, but he got there in the end. Well done, Force. Well done, Force Rocker. All right, so 2 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock. Kane on his shock drone, taking down Mozzie Pests and getting his drone in. I love the fact that this drone can now jump. He's going to give himself away, though. Jumping all over the place. But Mozzie, patience of a saint, just standing there, waiting, not giving himself away, not going to expose himself to that drone. Oh, no, the shock drone has gone right past him. He's going to turn around. I don't think it actually spotted him. I think it hadn't spotted him until he started shooting at it. If he hadn't shot at it, he would have got away with that for a few more seconds, I feel. Now, Twitch very aware that someone is there, and he is going to drop. That's Kane taken out of commission. That's 0 and 2 right now for Kane. He's not going to be happy as that, as Enzo has been dropped in guitar. Blitz playing down below, looking up through an angle. C4 goes out through the holes, and he just gets away with his life. Well played there to Legacy for getting that save. That was so close to being a kill as Keelan sends up a C4, and that's going to find the kill. Oh, Enzo just walked right into it. If he'd have stayed over here at that hole, he would have been absolutely fine, but he walked right into it. 4 versus 3. We've got Pixlo holding here in Sunrise with Keelan taking some damage over in the site. That's over there and actually, it's in the bathrooms, isn't it? It's not even in sight. It's just in the bathrooms or around the service entrance area. Yeah, just here. Toby engaged in a gunfight with someone up above. Having to be very, very careful. 1 minute left on the clock. We can see Aruni's feet just down there, and Aruni's just going to give that little tease, just going to sit there holding, knowing that he's safe, watching the window. But of course, there is a Saria gate on that window. You know no one's going to jump in. He doesn't need to watch it. I don't like this position from Sam. I feel like he's sitting there unnecessarily. Pixlo just holding, watching, waiting. Sam watching a similar angle. Keelan watching the doorway as that's been taken out. But he goes for the run out. Why would you throw it? You're in a 4 versus 3, and Keelan just runs out, and Toby manages to get a free kill. But still, 35 seconds left to go. Drone is lost. It's going to be allowed to remain, which I'm not sure I like. I think Toby should really be taking it down, but he's going to focus too much in the wrong place, and Sam is going to pick him off, but Zach is going to get the refrag. Zach in the 1 versus 3, 1 versus 2, manages to take down 1. It's the 1 versus 1. Pixlo versus Briszak. Briszak has a whole lot of bullets that he can fire out. He's going to run back to get that diffuser. He's rotated around, though, through the rotate, it looked like. No, it was a bait. How did that cam not give the pings? There's a cam watching. How did they not know that he was there? The call's going out very, very slowly. All right, so kitchen and service, won by the attack. 1-1 at the end of round number 2, exactly where we found ourselves in the last map. But that LNG coming in clutch for Briszak. Hey, Den, welcome to the stream. Nat is not playing tonight. Nat's doing something with a girlfriend. Nah. Bear with me.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
All right.
Attackers have located a bomb.
All right, so I was just trolling Zach typewriters on in the chat. Sorry about it. Sorry. I couldn't help it. I don't know why. I just couldn't help it. Anyway, you didn't come here to listen to me being silent and causing trouble for Typhlo's on in the Twitch chat. You came here to watch these two teams battling it out. 10 seconds left in the prep phase here as Mozzie gets spotted by just Toby's drone. He's not going to chase him down. He knows where he is, and he's going to set his drone up here in security room, watching for flanks, watching for dirty little flankers. I didn't call you a monkey. I didn't call you a monkey, Typhlo. Don't be like Voxy. That's what Voxy always says when I use the monkey emote in one of his streams. All right, so no, we got a player. Look at him. He looked down through the drone hole. There's shots going through. I don't know who could have shot who. Pixlo just seems to set up in Sunrise every time he plays in this map. He's just been here every round so far, I think. This is his position of choice, and it's working at the moment. Zach, though, with that LMG, is going to claim one. Put an LMG in his hands, and he can't go wrong, it seems. I mean, when you've got 100 bullets in a mag and you can just send them all down range, you don't have to worry too much. You don't have to worry too much. Drones are being used here as the Lion E1D is going to get called into play to give those pings. It sounded like one player did get pings, but we do see the red pings giving away positions. Now, we've got Keelan playing here in the office just like he was last time, opening fire onto that one player outside. I'm not sure who it is. I think it's just Toby. It is just Toby as the grenade goes in. Stun grenades go in. More stun grenades go in. Keelan very low on health right now, and he just needs to back out and get himself back to sight. Air jab's going to knock him on his ass. They've got Thunderbird in play. If he can get back to sight, he can get revived, but he runs straight into the bullet. So Kane, as the E1D calls his position out, Blitz is the last man left standing, and he needs to ace a win. He turns away at just the wrong time as Kane comes around and pops him. And just like Chalet, we see Swing will be swung, win round number 1. But losing pretty much all the rounds later on afterwards. I say all of them. They've lost 2. They've lost 2. In the last map, they lost 4 in a row after their first round win. Where's the passion to? What do you mean, where's the passion? Hey, Slams, welcome to the stream, by the way. If I hadn't said that already. Thank you. Hookah and billiards. Next site to get played here, as we are going to get a 6 pick from just Toby, coming off of the Nomad. I was going to call him Air Jab, coming off the Air Jab and going back onto the Air Jab. And Jaeger coming out from Keelan. So Thunderbird getting left at home in this round. She's not being called into play. But Aza flexing that lovely Lion Elite. I find the animation on it a little bit dull. Now, he's not going to get his... How does that happen? Where was that Mozzie pest that he just managed to go right through that drone hole? Was that on the other side? Yeah, there it is. It's on the cool vibe staircase. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right. So, drones going upstairs, but they are going to get picked off by Mozzie. Now, a lot of people say that at the start of the round, you want to shoot the drones rather than use your Mozzie pests. And then you force the drones in the late game from the attackers, and that's when you start picking them up. Take away that drone game at the end of the round and use those drones against the enemy when they've only got 45 seconds left. Whereas, of course, when you pick up drones at the start of the round, there is a risk that those drones are going to get caught. And if you're going to leave them in an aquarium just there on the actual fish tank like that... Oh, I went the wrong way. There we go. That drone is going to be very easily spotted, possibly by the attack, and get taken out. So I'm not really sure that's the right place for that. But we'll see what happens. These teams will know better than me. These teams will know better than me. And that is a mathematician, not a monkey. Okay. Okay. I like the sound of that. You can help me with my maths homework when I have some, because maths is not my strong point. I've got some finance figures for my professional services director in the office next week. Ty, I'll send them your way, my guy. I'll send them your way. Enzo, down below, looking to get a pick onto the player up here through this hole. 3 fires go out. Frag grenade goes out. Blitz goes out. No more players for him in this round. He is going to be relegated to chief camera operator. That's what he's going to be doing. But instead, he's going to be watching his teammates rather than watching drones or cameras or anything else. E1D is going to stick those defenders into position. They're not going to be allowed to move anywhere lest they be spotted by the magical pings of the Rainbow Six Siege HUDs. Gon 6 being used effectively there to take out the barbed wire. I feel like that's a bit of a waste of Gon 6. You could do more with it than that, but it does mean he's got a much quicker time to get up that staircase. Zach, when he's got that LMG in his hand, Pixlo had a free kill there, but all Zach had to do was hold RT, and he managed to come off better as Q6 takes down Kane. Kane not doing too good on this map. This is not his map right now. 4 versus 3. Q6 low on health, and is now pretty much dead as the grenade knocks him down behind the bar. As Lion makes his way up onto the roof. Q6 unlikely to get revived. He's going to expose himself to the window, but he is safe right now. Diffuser is in the hands of just Toby as he gets into a gunfight with V. Keelan. Force Rocket is going to be able to revive his teammate, and we are back to a 3 versus 3. With no Thunderbird in play, though, Force Rocket and Q6 are stuck here, being low on health. But Zach, with that LMG, is just going to get another pick, and he's 11-1 right now. He is a one-man wrecking crew with this LMG. They need to do something about this on the side of Swing or Be Swung. Force Rocker with an LMG of his own, just holding on cool vibes. Q6 Sam watching the window. Stun Grenade's going to go in, but it's not going to manage to blind him. He sees the head. Just sees the head of Aza. Force Rocker goes to the run out. The air jab's going to knock him down, and that's going to allow Aza to get an easy kill. As the E1D is going to stop Q6 Sam from getting too far. The diffuser has been dropped in a default plant spot. 20 seconds left to go. 1 versus 1. And this is why Aza has to repel in. And Q6 Sam's going to get that pick. Lovely round there from Q6 Sam at the end. Managing to win it for his boys. And we go 4 rounds in, 2-2. Another successful hookah and billiards defense. But someone needs to do something about Brisk Zach and his love affair with the LMG on Finker, because it's just really hurting Swing or Be Swung right now. Man is 11-2 with the LMG. Look at that. 11-2. The next closest player on his team has 2 kills. If you've only just come into the stream, please note that in the Twitch chat you have follower emotes. You can spam your favorite team's logo in the chat if you are a follower, and you can support your teams by putting their logos in, and we see who you're supporting. If you're not ashamed to say who you're supporting. I personally, I'm not supporting either team. I am completely in the middle. I don't mind who wins. I don't hate either of these teams. I'm quite happy with them. They've been behaved in the league, so you know I'm happy. I'm happy. As long as we see some good siege, I'm happy with whichever team takes the dub. Now, of course, if Legacy were to win this and go 2-0, then that would make me possibly slightly happier, because I get to finish a little bit earlier, win back some time, you know, do some other things, have a little bit of a munch, maybe watch some TV with Mrs. Toot. I don't know. But at the same time, I'm also happy with another overtime in a map 3, because we've seen some incredible siege, some great backs and forwards, and that sometimes doesn't always happen. So, you know, it's good to take it while you can. Now, Brisk Zach is going to open fire until Warden just sticks his... It wasn't Warden. What am I saying? It was... Who was that? Who was it? It must have been... Oh, it was Keelan. I thought it was Warden. I thought it was a pair of sunglasses, but it must be like the visor of Thunderbird. Oh, I don't know. She's got a I don't know. She's not got a helmet on in this. I got no idea. I got no idea. Nice drone spotting Mozzie. They know exactly where he is. Not going to yellow ping though. 4 versus 5 as Swing or Be Swung get 1 kill. Oh, and with a big vault over, Kane manages to pick off Force Rocker and get away with his life. Pixlow with a quick trade though manages to take down 1. Something keeps happening in my ears. I keep getting pinging noises in my ears saying something's happening, but I don't know what they are. E1D gonna gain some information. Oh no! Keelan manages to take Kane out of play. Greatly done. Just holds there waiting. We've got the slug plays from Aza, but Q6 Sam knows that he's there, knows that he's laid down, knows where to shoot. He gets the pick. Just Toby left all on his own in a 1 versus 4. This is not looking good for Legacy right now. He's going to sit here for a minute and a half, holding this angle, baiting the kills. He knows someone's coming from behind him, and he is going to get that kill. Pre-fires onto the doorway in case he's getting peeked, but he's not. Why does something keep making a noise in my ear? I don't know what it is. All right. 1 versus 3. We've got 1 player up on Blacktop. Pre-fires there from Just Toby. Not going to do the damage. These players now just... Oh, he can see him. That's great map knowledge from Toby to know that you can actually shoot up there to get to that position. We've got 2 players on site. 1 on Blacktop. C4 goes down. Doesn't do anything because Toby has pulled out, so to speak. And he is going to spot the player in courtyard. Opens fire, does some damage to Pixlow, but Keelan has made his way out through the bathroom, and he is going to get that easy kill onto Just Toby with the yellow pings. Beautiful pre-fires onto that spot, peppering his body with bullets. And Swing or Be Swung go up 3-2 on their map, which is what they wanted. Now, having won Hookah and Billiards and Kitchen and Service, they are not going to go to Blue Bar and Sunrise. They are going to go to Penthouse and Theatre. Now, this is a good map and a good site. This site has a 100% win rate for defense in this league for this season. It's vastly underestimated. And I think it was won by Alpenfestung against Swing or Be Swung. What is Davin Atkins all over against this Ty Florizon? Thanks, Mrs. Toot. Thought I got left hanging there. What's... Oh, right. We were going with a force rocker. Nice. Nice one. Well played, Sinkaz. Well played. Well played. I like your style on that one. All right, 30 seconds left to go. Den, let us know in the chat how your tournament went the other night. I did manage to get it on in the background, and your team wasn't playing, or you weren't playing, but I did see your man Sherlock. Seemed like quite a character. Quite a character. I might contact him about doing tournaments together in the future. But I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, 6, 5, 4, 3 seconds left on the clock before we go into action phase, which has now begun. 5 versus 5. 9 drones in the pocket of the attack. Good drone economy coming out here from Legacy. Much better than Swing or be Swung manage. Default camera's already taken out as Aza goes to look at it, but there's nothing there to get the pick on. All players starting pretty much over on the north side of the map as we go to Penthouse. And the big take here is going to be through this main wall on to VIP. DJ wall, as we call it. Brissac just spamming bullets, manages to get a kill. This wall isn't even reinforced. Wait a minute. It's not Penthouse. It's Blue Bar. They 6-picked it. I didn't even realize. I thought they were going Penthouse, but they 6-picked Blue Bar. All right. That makes sense. Brissac, though, with the early kill through the window with the SMG, or LMG, manages to claim the lives, just continuing to do work. 12 and 3 right now. As Force Rocker drops to the hands of Enzo. Bullets just getting sent everywhere. As Keelan looking through the holes in the bottom, he's going to see one player here. Oh no, he's not going to see him because there was a ball. Was it? It's a sofa in the way. As Aza manages to claim the life, and Enzo gets one of his own, and it's a flawless round for Legacy. And there was just so much going on that I missed. I cannot believe it. Well, 3-3 at the end of the first half. That's not too shabby. That's not too shabby for either team. It's much better for Swing or be Swung because they were at a 4-2 split at the end of the first half in the last round, last map rather. So this is much better for oh, I know why it is. I'm getting email notifications. You see, I added emails to this new computer yesterday or the day before for the first time because I was doing something on this computer and I wanted to get to my emails and I didn't want to switch my keyboard, so I just put emails on here. And now I'm getting all the pings in my ear saying email, email, email. Hookah and billiards. Oh, my throat is getting a little bit dry. I need to have a drink in a moment. Oh, it would be nice to have something to eat in between maps, that's for sure. But there's nothing here to eat in between maps. I don't know if there's like a chocky bar. I bought some peanut butter chunky Kit Kats the other day, so we've got some of those in the cupboard. It'd be a real treat to have one of those in front of me right now, ready for in between maps. Between this one and map number 3, if we go to map number 3, but yeah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because I haven't got time to get up. So yeah, gonna have to go hungry. Gonna have to go hungry. All right. So a Banshee put down right here in the middle of the floor. I'd like to see this. Actually, that's a good place for it. That's a good place for it. You've got to walk in a fair bit for it before it opens up. So you've got to expose yourself a fair bit to get to that. I'd like to see it in the middle of this. Okay, so Aza just doing little 360s there, just for something. No one going for spawn peaks. No spawn peaks. We've got standard rotate here on the stairs. We've got reinforcements all along here, which is standard. Reinforcement, rotate, very standard. We've got the no camera in the middle as Kusik Sam claims the first life. That's Brissac. You see, when he hasn't got an LMG in his pocket, he's not the powerhouse you think he is when he doesn't have an LMG. Brissac does fall nice and early. 4 versus 5 with Swing or be Swung taking the early lead in round number 7. Only 30 seconds in as well, but there's still plenty of time for the defenders to turn this around as they start to do. Aza manages to claim the life of 1. That's Kusik Sam. Let's get a little look at what's going on. We've got 1 player in courtyard, 1 on white stairs. 2 players outside office going to rappel up to the top and make their way in through aquarium for what looks like a standard plant behind the bomb chassis. Blitz has the diffuser in hand. And he is already there, very close to getting that plant off, but he is going to get dropped by Enzo. Nice pick from him. He's going to go for a second one onto the SES player out there on the balcony, but Enzo is going to go down to the one on the double window. That's Pixlow, as he and Keelan are going to be the only 2 left standing as Swing or be Swung have managed to turn this around and not in a good way. Although Keelan does manage to pick off Kane. So 3 versus 2. Enzo is going to wait for that health boost, but he's got a long time to wait there. He's got a long time to wait. He's just going to sit here patiently. He didn't even need to get revived because he had that Kona station right there. Keelan has diffuser in hand, and he is set up for a default plant. He's going to bait out some utility or bait out some plays pre-firing. He's got his teammate Pixlo on the window, covering the bench. Going to chuck a stun grenade to slow... oh no. Oh no. Did Keelan get blinded? He's going to push in, and he's going to get dropped by Just Toby, leaving Pixlo all on his own. 1 versus 3. That was an unfortunate play from Keelan and Pixlo. I feel like the stun grenade probably blinded Keelan a little bit. Keelan decided to push for the frag, assuming that the player behind the bar was blind. C4's going to get chucked out. Player's not going to expose himself. Oh! Tries to shoot through the bar. Can you shoot through that bar? Another C4 gets tossed. It's going to do some damage. This is one hell of an explosive round. See what I did? See what I did? Pixlo drops onto balcony. He's going to start pushing his way in, but Enzo's already in aquarium, and he is going to put the first round of the second half onto the board for Legacy. I got so confused in that round, I don't mind admitting to you, stream. I don't mind admitting. All right. Oh. Now, kitchen and service. Same site rotations that we saw coming out from Swung will be Swung is being deployed by Legacy. No big surprise. No big surprise. I don't know if I should get this elite on Vigil. Yeah. I don't play Siege enough anymore, and I would only buy it on my main. I never play it on my main.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Josh, your baby Zach is insane. You know, when he's got an LMG, yeah, he's doing well, but you took it away from him and he didn't do quite so well. I mean, he's on Vigil. He does seem to play a decent Vigil. He understands the mechanics of the Vigil and what you do with him. So let's see how he manages to play this one. A drone has gone unchecked here in bathroom. That's going to be giving loads of intel to the attackers. Let's see where the rest of the drones are set up. 1 in office, standard. 1 in bathroom, we saw it already. 1 here on white, standard. Not sure where the other ones are because the action phase has begun. And by magic, a peanut butter Kit Kat Chunky has turned up on my desk. How did that happen? Wow, it's like the Lord is listening. The Lord is listening. You ask, and the Lord shall deliver. Now, Brisk Zach playing upstairs on the top. Going for a possible little peek here as Keelan is droning, but it's the floor below. They don't know that Zach's up here. Now, Zach could go for a jump out. Oh, no, he's going to pick up the kill onto Blitz EU. There's Zach's ping holding him back just a little bit. He does historically have ping issues, but it's not been so bad in this game. 5 versus 4. Signal disruptor gets taken out. That's going to allow those drones to move through nice and cleanly. E1D being called into play, but nothing is being done about it. It's interesting when you see the E1D being used, but no one actually moves. And not just defenders, I mean attackers as well. Like, there was no push. There was no defenders getting pinched. Defenders are all just sitting pretty. Second E1D is going to go out as Toby is going to... Sorry, Acoustic Sam is going to push that staircase. I'm just used to seeing Toby playing Lion, so I was just thinking that the other thing's going out, but there was actually no one there. We've got a player over on Blacktop just sitting and waiting. Kane picks off Sam, 5 versus 3. 2 players downstairs in Sunrise. Diffuser currently in the hands of Force Rocker, who's outside office, just crouch walking his way in. Oh no! Zach! He drops the hatch, but Force looks up at the hatch, not realizing that Zach had dropped immediately, and he just gets picked off by Zach as Pixlo is the last man in the 1 versus 3. This should be a legacy round. I cannot see Pixlo winning this one. C4 is going to get tossed. They do like the C4 plays. There's a hole to the left of Pixlo here. He needs to be very careful with what he's doing, as this could be a free kill for Kane. Oh, but Pixlo manages to spot it, and he does get the kill. 2 versus 1. Going to run back to the diffuser. He's got a minute left. He's got plenty of time. He's got 1 drone in his pocket that he can use. Is he going to make the most of it? Just Toby and Aza fully healed up. We have Kona stations on site. Pixlo just making his way towards the kitchen from the wall. Now he could go prone and just make his way in through that wall. Oh, he sees one. They know where he is. They know where he is. Now he is Nomad. He's got 2 more air jabs. Put one on the door. Put an air jab on the door. Oh. That plant could be successful. They don't know the plant's going down because the stun grenades have stopped their hearing. So the plant is down. But the air jab hasn't gone up onto the door. You've got to put that air jab up to the door. You got 2 of them and it stops them coming through. That's what it's for, Pixlo. That's what it's for. Now he's going to use it, put it down into the middle of the room. That could be a good use, to be fair. This is the strategy, I guess. This is the strategy. He just has to wait and try to clutch this up like Pengu in 6 Invitational 2019. Here we go, starting the diffuser. He hears it, 3 fires onto Jaeger. He's got to move his way in, and he does manage to deny it. Great play from Pixlo. Well done. Just Toby desperately trying to find the kill. And despite what I thought wasn't the best use of air jabs, Pixlo is going to come off better, as even if he dies now, which he does, there isn't enough time in the world for Just Toby to stick that diffuser and win the round. So well played to Pixlo. Well played, my dude. Well played. Only reason we lose games is because of attitude, says Sinkaz. Well, let's hope the attitude is... Let's hope the attitude is there for Swing or Be Swung. They managed to even it out 4-4. That was a good round. I like that one. Well played to Swing or Be Swung. They were looking a little bit dicey for a moment, but Pixlo with the 1 versus 3 clutch. Glossy, make sure you're noting that down in the stats.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
As we go back to kitchen and serve, I so much want to eat this Kit Kat Chunky right now. But can't. Can't. All right. I can have a sip of my my refreshing beverage though to keep my lips lubricated. Ah. There's a soundbite. Right, now. Kitchen and service. No hold upstairs. I always favor an upstairs hold on this site. Open up a hole above the kitchen window. Open up some holes above the doorway. Come around here. Open up some holes in default plant spots above the service entrance. That's called, I believe. Yeah, that's called service, right? That is service. Also, I'd like to see a hole here because you can plant just in this doorway and that hole will allow you to deny that as Enzo gets picked off nice and easily by Kusik Sam at the start of the round. We're not even 30 seconds in and already Legacy have lost a player. If Swing or Be Swung can continue like this, then we could be good for map number 3, which would be interesting to see, that is for sure. Map number 3, if we get there, is Oregon. It is Oregon. I don't really like watching Oregon, but if we go there, we go there. Brissac manages to answer back and manages to take down Blitz. That is Buck taken off the board, which is a very important operator. You need him for your vertical destruction from up above. So that is a big loss for the attack, because Vigil is going to make his way onto Blacktop and just keep the attackers guessing as to where he is. All of them are down on the first floor. Force Rocker not wanting to get caught out by that hatch drop again is just sitting, watching, waiting, but Brissac is not going to satisfy him with that drop. Instead, he's going to be using his utility holding around here in billiards to keep the attackers guessing. And they need to clear him out because he is an important operator right now for the defense. He knows there's a player on the balcony as the gunfire comes through. He sees the drone, but he doesn't want to take that out of play just yet. He knows it's not spotting him, but he's still going to kill it. He sees the head in, he opens fire, and he manages to get that kill. Force Rocker does drop 4 versus 3. This is not good for Swing or Be Swung, as Brissac is doing exactly what Aroma should do. Aza takes down drones and then takes down Pixlo, and then he takes down V. Keelan as well with what looked like a cheeky little teabag straight afterwards. Nicely done, as that is a round going to Legacy, and they go 5-4 up with a successful kitchen hold. A successful kitchen hold. Now, Hookah and Billiards is unlocked, which means that Legacy are going to go back there. Hookah and Billiards. This is another close one. Imagine if we get another max OT. This would be incredible. Toby baiting like usual, says Eli. Funny enough, I did say to someone just the other day, I have heard stories, I have heard people say that Toby gets most of his kills just by baiting his teammates. or just by holding an angle and baiting people and just waiting. I'm not going to say if that's true or not. I'm not going to say if that's true. I've watched Toby play a lot. Yes, sometimes it might look like he does that, but I'm not saying that's what he does. A lot of the time when you watch Toby, he is standing watching an angle. Oh, Cam getting a hard time in the chat. I mean, that's a game, people. It's a game. Now, let's remember, this is Swing or Be Swung's map. So we would expect at this... Oh, excuse me. We would expect at this point for Swing or Be Swung to be up. Now, Swing or Be Swung were actually 5-4 down at this point on the previous map. Let me just check. 4-5. Yeah, they were 5-4 down in round number 10 on the previous map. And Swing or Be Swung managed to win the round, taking us to a 5-5, meaning that we got to see 2 more rounds, which then eventually went to overtime. Blitz taking a whole load of damage there from Zach through the wall. But Blitz just going to lay down here like a little slug and just wait for someone to come around to that kitchen doorway. He thinks there's going to be a flank, but it's not coming out just yet. But Keelan's going to claim the first life of the round, and that's not going to be on Zach. So there is still one very low health player left on the side of Legacy. And this is looking strong right now for Swing or Be Swung. But Keelan is going to take some damage as he sits downstairs in Blue Bar. Not quite sure where that came from. Possibly from Cool Vibes stairs. But Blitz is ridiculously low on health. He's going to know that there's a Vigil somewhere due to that utility. But it's a very low strength signal. So where is Vigil? He is upstairs. And that's why it's so low strength. And he's going to be rotating around, trying to get the jump on to Swing or Be Swung. Q6 Sam just laid down on drones, not realizing that Zach's about to come down that white staircase as he does make his way up to the roof. 4 versus 4. Diffuser in the hands of Q6 Sam. Force Rocket just moving away from spawn now, only a minute and 20 seconds into the round, giving out all the calls to his teammates as he starts to push in towards office. This is Force's favorite method of entry, it seems, is through the back. Now, Ash is going to be rappelling up on the double window, watching through the long angle, through the rotate, on the wall, with Enzo just randomly firing, see if he can get the kill. Now, he could, of course, just run out through this doorway. Is there an air jab on it? Yes, there is, so he's not going to be able to do that. We've got a Mozzie Pest on the door as another player on Legacy side does fall. Looks like we could get the 5v5 as Q6 Sam is starting to get ready to push in towards the site with the diffuser in hand. He's going to take down the default cam. Banshee is going to fall as well with the gunshots. We've got Keenan set up outside, ready to stop the player behind the bar from getting a pick. But there is no one behind the bar. He's just got to worry about these 2 players. Now, Jaeger is watching onto the window, so as soon as that face is shown, Jaeger's going to be able to get that frag. Thunderbird just laid down with the C4, waiting to deny the default plant. Stun grenade goes out. C4 should get ripped. The intel should be known. C4 gets sent out, but it's not going to get detonated. It's going to get shot. Oh no, the diffuser actually is planted. I didn't even realize. I wasn't looking at that bit. I was looking at the C4. Just Toby is left as the last man alive. Is this because he spent so long trying to bait kills? That's the question. He's going to manage to pick off 1, but Keelan's going to get the refrag. And that means that we do get a 5-5 yet again. Just like map number 1, we are going to get at least 2 more rounds played. And this is either going to be a 7-5 or another OT. Well played for Legacy with the stealth plant. That C4 sitting right there could have denied it, but I don't think... I'm pretty sure that Thunderbird wasn't down. Enzo just didn't set it off for some reason. No idea why. All right. Hooker and billiards. Oh, I so want that Vigil Elite. I'm so loath to buy any more elites or actually spend money on Xbox Siege as I'm trying to get better on PC. I'm still absolutely awful on PC. I mean, I'm just looking forward to when I get ranked or when I get level 50 so I can play ranked. I'm at level like 39 at the moment. I just got a little bit more to do, and then I can start playing ranked, and I'll drop down into bronze, and I'll be quite happy there at my skill level. That's where I should be at the moment on PC, that's for sure. Using a keyboard is just so weird. I cannot do all these little things that everyone else is doing on PC, where they just strafe and crouch and jiggle around all the time. I just don't know how they do it. Don't know how they do it. Anyway, you didn't listen to me, come here to listen to me talk about how bad I am on PC at Siege. You came here to watch these two teams have an incredible matchup. An incredible matchup it has been so far, with the first map being an 8-7 victory to Legacy, so maximum overtime. This second map looking like it could go the same way if both these teams win a round each. It was a 3-3 at the end of the first half, so if we have the same... Oh no. But if we have that again, then we will have overtime. But Blitz is going to get the early pick, and that's a big pick because that's Brisk Zach on the Rome game. And he was at 16-7. That is a big player to take off the board for Legacy right now, as he's been doing absolutely great work. I mean, man's got almost as many kills as all of his teammates put together. Actually, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. 6, 12, 18, 25. So no, not quite as many as that, but you get the point. I mean, it's not far off. Cusick Sam, though, doing great work for his team at 12-8 right now. Not quite as good as Brisak, but still doing good work for Swing or Be Swung. Keelan with the play. Now we have... Oh, I was just trying to get round to Sam in time for that, but I didn't manage to. I saw him just flanking around the other side of security. I knew a kill was coming, but I couldn't get there in the nick of time. But that player in security got nicely pinched and taken out of play by Swing or Be Swung. Great teamwork. One player holding him down, the other one flanking from behind. Keelan sending out utility to make sure this player cannot play on this wall for too long. Holes get opened up, and he has got to be really careful about what he does here. He can't afford to push out too much. Thatcher takes down that signal jammer. Wall is going to get opened up, and that is going to expose the mute, but he is going to get away with his life. He isn't going to be punished for playing there, but Sam is going to rip him apart as he tries to make his way out of the site, and it is a 4 versus 2. Swing or Be Swung looking very, very good right now, and in with a good chance of taking the dub. Thatcher has the diffuser in hand, is getting ready to come in for the default plant. C4 gets pulled. Stun grenades go out to try to hold down this player again. Oh, bullets to the leg of Enzo. C4 gets sent. It's been... Enzo's still alive and the C4 was there, but I think the C4 probably stopped it. He managed to get one pick in the post plant, but Cusick Sam comes in from behind. I think the EMP took down the C4 as it oh no. I think the EMP took down the C4 as it went out, because the plant was going down. Sinkaz agrees with me about Force's entry points. Well, thank you, Sinkaz. Thank you. Kitchener's Kitchener's service is going to be the next site. Wait, what site was that? That was Hooker and Billiards. And that was another post plant, right? Yeah, it was. Nicely done. 3 plant wins for Swing or Be Swung. That's what we like to see. Kitchen service. Kitchen and service. Is this round going to be the one that sends us to map number 3, or is it going to be the round that sends us to OT? We will find out in 3 minutes and 40 seconds or less. I'd love to see Penthouse and Theatre get played. I think at this point it would work out very, very well for a team going there, because it wouldn't be expected, but we are going to stick with downstairs and kitchen service. We've got these same drones being set up. I knew that drone was possible. I've struggled to make that drone work. I just can't get the jumps. Now, Zach knows that there's a drone there somewhere, but he can't see it, so he's just going to back out and leave it be. And that drone's going to get to live on and fulfill its droning destiny on the top of that bathroom stool, as reinforcements are still going up. Drones being utilized here by the attack, as they're going to find Jaeger running into sight. Drone being set up there to watch that long positioning down into whatever that position's called. I don't know what it's called. Some people call it Pengu, and I understand why, but I think that's a very edge case call. Oh, Zach playing aggressively here on the billiards table, going into his utility to make sure the drones don't spot him. Sixter, my advice to you is don't take Sincass's challenge. That's my advice. All right, so Sam droning and is going to start making his way into Sunrise as he knows it's clear. There is no one here, and he's got free reign of Sunrise and Blue Bar. We've also got free reign of Office on the side of Swing or be Swung as K manages to take down one. That is Blitz dropping. That is the Buck. Again, that's vertical destruction as Keelan's going to fall as well. And it looks like we are going to go to OT again. This is quite something to have two maps go to OT. This is when you know you've got two teams of a very good quality playing against each other. Or two teams of a very equal bad quality. One or the other. Oh, Wazer with a quick double. But Thatcher manages to get that refrag. 4 versus 2. Kusik Sam taking a load of damage and just get dropped by Just Toby. I tried to get there in time, but I don't. Force Rocker comes round. He sees Just Toby. Sorry, Kane playing on White Stairs. Manages to get the pick. 1 versus 3. 1 in Courtyard. Head is spotted, but just missing the shots. Force Rocker failing as that player retreats to live to fight another day. That's going to be Brissac making his way back to site, just pre-firing all over the place at his mates. Sitting, watching, waiting for this round to go into maximum overtime. Hey, Prozo, welcome to the stream, my guy. Welcome to the stream. 3 versus 1. Force Rocker, a lot of work to do, and he's got 1 minute and 12 seconds left to do it. He's got 2 drones in his pocket. He's got utility. He's got drones. He's got 3 EMPs. He's got 2 drones, and he's walking around just face-checking holes, hoping to find someone and giving his position away with a gun. Not using any of that utility. He's got 55 seconds to use it as well. Of course, this isn't what we want. And through that hole, Brissac manages to spot him, gets the pick, and we go to OT again. What a matchup we have right here. Can't buy Game Sense, Force Rocker 2021. Is that a genuine quote? Hooker and Billiards. Now, it's important to note that just like Chalet, Legacies chose to start on attack. They chose to start on attack, which means that, you know, they get 2 rounds where they feel they're better. So theoretically, we should see this go the way of Legacy. And we did see that in the last map. We saw them win their attacking round. We saw them lose their defending round. And then we saw them win their attacking round. Are we going to see the same here? Are we going to see that same pattern? Or is Force and the boys going to manage to break it? I just don't know. I just do not know. All right, so basically we come down to a best of 3 rounds. Kane's drone is going to get spotted and it's going to get taken out by Pixlo. That's one bit of... You did get it. Yeah, you did get it. Don't worry. You got it. Yeah, drone's dead. Drone is dead. Brissac is going to drone into blue. We're going to set that up here, watching for the rotates. We do see a lot of office play from these 2 teams. We see a lot of play around this area. This is a very important area for both of these teams. They leave drones here, and the attack do come in here quite a lot, and we do see quite a strong defensive hold against it, whether it's from above or whether it's from security. This seems to be the hotspot of this map. If we drew a heat map of this map, you'd probably see this would be bright red compared to most of the rest of the map. Now, nice little holes being opened up here onto office from Blitz up above. Drone goes in. They know that he's there shooting those bullets, so the attack is going to be onto that little game. They're going to be onto it. And as always, we can see that, yes, the attack is being focused over here right now. We've got 3 players pushing in this way. Zach, yet again, with that LNG in his hands, ready to do some damage. But we've got 1 player in security. As I talked about, these are the hot spots for these 2 teams. Finker is spotted. Oh no, the shots are whiffed. A lot of damage is done to Brissac, but they needed to take Brissac out of play because with all of those bullets in his gun, he is a force to be reckoned with. So that is most unfortunate there for Legacy, but Pixlo is going to continue to hold it. It's going to boost up and continue playing in office. Pixlo getting ready to re-peek it, possibly. Loads of players just running around. See Zephyr outside, coming around to the office from the other side. Zach still watching that doorway, waiting. Head is spotted by Pixlo, but Zach's going to come off better. 5 versus 4. Pick slow, pick slow, pick slow. Keelan holding this position. I don't like this position. I prefer you to stand by the vase because you're not exposed to a player in VIP if they come from that way. They could have opened up this wall, looked through the door, easy kills onto you or a wall bang if they had the intel. Do not stand there. Do not stand there. That's my advice. Not that I think I know better than these teams, but that's just my advice. 5 versus 4. We can hear air jabs all about the place. One out here on the balcony. Maestro just spotted by Kane running around. Kane doesn't give himself away. Starts to move in and eventually does take down Force Rocker. Kane now has control of sight and he has control of bodies as 2 drop very quick, 3 drop very quickly. Keelan was the last man standing, but Kane is going to take them all out. And that sees, just like map number 1, Legacy taking the early lead, the first team to go to 7 points. Hey, Jinx, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Jinx, why are you here? Kitchen. All right, so that was a blue win. A blue win on attack. In no small part thanks to Brissac and an LMG. Was it post-plant? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Oh, kitchen and service coming out next. From Legacy.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Bomb located by attackers.
Oh, I don't know what to say, stream. I don't know what to say. 2 overtimes in a row. If we go to map number 3, it's going to be a long night. It's 9:20 right now. Well, 9:18. It's going to be a long night. And these players' phones have got to keep up with their cameras. Their batteries have got to keep up. Oh, that drone just gets picked off. 8 drones left, but they only started with 9 thanks to Kusik Sam only having 1 drone. That's another one gone. That leaves us with 7 in the pocket. 4 swing or be swung. 6. Their drone economy is terrible. I called it out in the first map, and this map they're not doing so good when it comes to drone either. They really need to work on that game. They really need to work on it. Now we have Zach taking off another drone. That's 4 drones left as Zach gets that kill on the drone. He goes for a little peek through the doorway, but there's nothing there. Player coming up hookah staircase almost gets ripped to pieces by that pre-fire from Zach. Camera gets taken down. Pre-fires through the wall from Zach. He does know where to shoot. He has those. It's almost like he's walling, where he just knows where the head height is, and he doesn't quite hit the shots, but this is a nice little standoff here between these 2 players. I think that's Pixlow and Zach. I think it's Pixlow. Is it Pixlow? It is Pixlow. As Blitz gets taken down, but Zach comes off better. 5 versus 3. This could be an 8-6. As Kusik Sam manages to get a trade. Kane is low on health, but he manages to pick off Sam. That's the refrag. 4 versus 2, and this is looking very, very good for Legacy right now. Very good indeed. If they can keep up this pace, then they will have an easy win. Let's see. 2 minutes still left to go. It is still winnable. It is still winnable. Ball swing will be swung, but they've got a lot of work to do. Force Rocker and Keelan need to work together, but we have seen their pushes have been incredibly slow as a team as a whole, not just these 2. And this is it. This is do or die. Remember, there's no lower bracket. There's no safety net here. Force Rocker giving his position away by using so many bullets on one camera. But yeah, there is no safety net. There's no lower bracket. Once this game is lost by a team, that's it. They are out for this season. And the winners go on to the semi-finals next week and will play against... Who is it they play against? Dispatched. The winner of this game plays Dispatched next week, who have had a really good run in the league so far. Oh, we can see the player down below. Force Rocker opens fire, doesn't manage to do the job as he's retreated all the way over to the doorway. Brissac does get dropped by Keelan. Tries to finish him off, and he does eventually. Default camera taken out of play. Much easier than Force Rocker takes out default cameras, that's for sure. We've got 1 player in bathroom. As Keelan's going to come around to the service entrance. Just Toby watching angles up above. Kane downstairs here in the toilets. Enzo holding onto the flank. Rotate. Oh no, Force Rocker does drop. As Keelan, his position is given away. He's going to claim the life of 1. He's in a 1 versus 2. C4 gets ripped. Doesn't do anything. And a safe position to the player in kitchen now. Keelan is covered from the player in kitchen. But he's got to be careful here as he exposes himself to the doorway. He's going to come through, manages to take down Jaeger. This is still very, very possible. That's the triple kill for Keelan. He's got no diffuser. It's upstairs. He's got to chase down this kill onto Kane. Oh, but he knifes instead. No. No. The panic knife. The panic knife works against him. Most unfortunate.
Legacy wins.
And Legacy do indeed win. Well played to them. Well played to them. All right. So that is a 2-0 for Legacy, which means...